Olivia, is it true that your boyfriend is a doctor? Some of the other workers were talking about it today.
Selena, did you hear about that from them, right?
I knew it was true then. What's with this gossip? I love talking about other people's love lives. So next time you share, make sure to include me. You weren't trying to keep this from me, were you?
Well, no, but not everyone in the whole company needs to know about this.
Oh, why not, though? You have a doctor boyfriend now, securing your future. You should be bragging around the office about that, right?
Well, he's an amazing guy, but not one to brag about here. He's not that kind of guy.
What the heck? Are you trying to be a modest woman now? If I were you, I'd be bragging all over the place. So, where did you two meet?
He's a friend of one of my college friends. They introduced me to him.
What do you mean by that? I should have guessed you had someone pave the way for you. But seriously, I don't have anyone in my circle who could connect me with a doctor up for dating. Everyone around me is not at my level.
Well, not many people have doctor friends so intimately. If you keep thinking everyone's beneath you, you might miss the right guy for you, you know?
What the heck? Are you pulling a mom move? Dishing out advice like that? Well, congrats, you've got yourself a doctor, Beau. Feeling a bit superior now, so of course you drop some wisdom.
I'm not trying to act superior or anything. I'm just suggesting giving more respect to those in your group. If you do that instead of labeling them as beneath you, you might up your chances of finding a date. Seems like you're the one putting on airs here.
What? There's no way. I know the deal is you need fantastic people around you to introduce you to even more fantastic people, right? And since I need someone fantastic to show me around, can you introduce me to your boyfriend?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, exactly what I said. Introduce me to your boyfriend. Then he can hook me up with one of his single doctor pals.
Oh, that's what you mean.
What? Did you start sweating there for a second? Were you afraid I might swipe your boyfriend? Cut it out, please. I'd never pull a move like that on anyone.
That doesn't sound very authentic, though.
Does this mean you're referring to Caddy? Well, about that, her boyfriend just happened to fall for me. I didn't do anything to snatch him away.
Is that so? I'm sorry, but I'm not fully buying that yet. Anyway, it's done, so I won't inquire further.
Regardless, introduce me to your boyfriend, okay? I've got a ticking clock before the marriage deadline, you know.
Hold on, though. What happened between you and Caddy's ex? Weren't you two dating?
That's in the past now. He wasn't earning as much as many others. I just couldn't see him going anywhere in life. So I'm looking for someone more promising to latch on to.
Seriously? That's not okay, Selena. After taking her boyfriend, you just dropped him after a few months. And now you're talking about jumping onto someone else? Don't you realize the harm you've caused?
Why are you interrogating me? Wait, was she some kind of friend to you? Well, I'll tell you, I didn't have any ill intentions. Love is the most powerful emotion in this world, right? If she wanted to keep him, maybe she should have shown more love.
I'm not implying that. What you did to someone like her was not okay. I feel bad that you didn't even stick with her ex.
You're a bit intense, Olivia. You're a bit frightening, too. If you keep dissecting other situations, you'll age quickly. Those wrinkles on your face won't disappear soon. So be cautious.
Whatever. Either way, I'm not introducing my boyfriend to you. Try your best to find an accomplished man who's interested in you.
Well, if that's what you say. Fine. I'm determined to find my high-level man.
1 week later.
Olivia, are you okay? Nothing else has been troubling you, right? By this point, you could consider involving the police.
Caddy, you've been looking out for me? Thank you. But you know, I'm feeling a lot better now. He's eased up recently, so I can start to relax again.
Is that so? Thank goodness. But don't underestimate what he might still do. You've already started gearing up to move into your man's place, right?
Yeah, I've got everything packed. I actually plan to move to his place tomorrow.
That fast, huh? Good. If you need any assistance, just give me a shout. I have plenty of time, so I can be there any time. Like tomorrow, I can swing by right after work to help out.
Thank you. If I need anything, I'll be sure to ask. And when I do, make sure you're around.
Sure thing.
By the way, while we're talking, there's something else I should mention. A few days ago, Selena was at the bus stop where I usually get off.
Why is she hanging around your bus stop now? Please don't tell me she's really that desperate to get your boyfriend.
Well, it seems like that's what she's up to.
But how does she even know about your boyfriend? I thought everyone was keeping it a secret from her.
Apparently, about a week ago, she overheard a conversation between a couple of other workers. She managed to catch wind of something about him.
Wait a minute. What? What in the world is her problem? Doesn't she have anything else going on in her life besides snatching people's boyfriends? She needs to learn to find a man on her own instead of trying to steal ours.
Absolutely. And you know what she said to me back then? She claimed that love is the most potent emotion in the world. Funny, considering she doesn't seem to experience it herself.
What does she even know about love? She's probably never genuinely loved someone in her life, that thieving troublemaker.
Exactly. But at least after what she did to you, you found yourself a better man and are content, right?
Absolutely. I'm thrilled with my new boyfriend. That's why I couldn't care less about Selena or my messed up ex. But hearing that she's still trying to steal other people's boyfriends just rekindles the anger in me.
I get it. But, truthfully, your ex is also fortunate because after Selena took him from you, she ended up leaving him as well.
What on earth? I cannot believe this. Well, thank goodness for that. I'm sure in my case, he wasn't truly into her anyway. It was more like he was just bored with me and wanted something different. That's the way many men are, and that's why they are so easily swayed by that troublemaker. Maybe I should actually thank Selena for removing that guy from my life.
Exactly. Any man who can be easily taken away is too risky to keep around. That might be why Selena has been successful in her game, because many men are willing to jump ship for her out of boredom. The crazy part is that it seems like she does it out of jealousy rather than genuine love.
Well, she's just that type of clueless girl. If she keeps up with that game, she'll never find true happiness with any man she's with. Those men she manages to steal end up regretting their choices. Here I am criticizing Selena and my ex like this. But you're absolutely right. Your ex, much like many other men, did seem like the type to fool around with other women.
Indeed, she even approached me to introduce her to my boyfriend. But would I ever consider doing that given her track record?
Who in their right mind would introduce their boyfriend to her? It's just her way of setting the stage to steal him from you, isn't it? Yet, I'm confident your boyfriend won't fall for her.
I highly doubt he would. He's encountered women like her who are solely interested in a man's wealth, and he holds no fondness for them.
Nowadays, there are numerous women like Selena attempting to exploit men for their financial gain.
Absolutely, they might appear charming, but everyone sees through their motives.
Selena truly seems the type to persist in stealing other men, because those with actual financial stability won't settle for her. And if they did, one wonders what the outcome might be.
Anyway, if anything between her and me unfolds again, I'll keep you informed. A few days later.
Olivia, were you planning on marrying your boyfriend? In simpler terms, are you engaged to him?
What are you talking about? Oh, you're right. He and I are engaged, but it's a recent development.
Is that so? Well, I genuinely apologize for what's transpired. I might have inadvertently taken another man again.
What are you really saying?
I've recently become engaged to the man you've been with. I seem to have once again taken a man from you older women at work. I sincerely apologize.
What are you even talking about, Selena? I really don't believe you've taken my man from me.
I understand the reluctance to face the harsh reality in front of you. Nevertheless, he and I are looking forward to a splendid wedding costing hundreds of thousands of dollars. I am overjoyed just thinking about it.
This isn't about me facing reality or not.
But this is the truth, so you'll have to accept it. Let me reiterate. I'm sorry, but I've taken your doctor boyfriend from you. Yet I appreciate that an older woman like you would concede him to me without any resistance.
Are you absolutely certain it's my boyfriend you've taken? And where did you first come across him?
I met him right in front of your house. Remember when we bumped into each other at the bus stop near your house and we both looked away?
Well, you seemed quite displeased to see me back then, Selena.
After that encounter, I thought I'd pay a visit to your house. So I followed you home.
So you're essentially admitting you're a stalker. Why didn't you just engage in conversation with me if you had something to say?
Well, I just didn't want to deal with you at this time. After trailing you to your house, I noted down where it was before heading home myself. I had other plans, so I couldn't do anything on that day.
This is a truly peculiar story. So you tracked me down to find my house and then recorded the address to return another time? That sounds like the behavior of a criminal.
Don't label me as something like that. But because I located your house, I met your boyfriend later. And I heard you two got into a fight. How dreadful. You kicked him out of the house and everything.
Ah, I don't ever recall anything like that with my boyfriend, though.
Well, he was just standing there in front of your house, pacing back and forth. So I went up to him and asked what had been happening. That's when he told me you got into a fight with him and kicked him out of the house. Right then and there, I picked him up and took him home with me.
I see what's going on now.
All I had to do was be a little kind to him, and he immediately came running after me. So now I'll be taking him as my boyfriend. Thank you so much for giving me your boyfriend and doctor.
And thank you very much as well. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, because that man was a complete bother to me.
Stop trying to act tough about this. I'm sure that you're shocked by all of this and are finding it hard to catch a breath. Sorry. A young and beautiful woman like me can never lose to an old hag like you.
No, I'm seriously grateful for what you've done. That man has been stalking me for months now.
What do you mean?
That guy has been tailing me everywhere for the past few months now. I had been trying to report him to the police, but I've had little evidence. And so I moved out of my old house and I'm living in my husband's home. Actually, it was the day of me moving into his house that he proposed to me.
Wait a second. What do you mean? I haven't ever been over to his house yet, but...
That guy you're with probably doesn't even have a job right now. And if he does, he's probably working minimum wage and stalks all kinds of women daily. I think me being a bit too nice to him before is what got him so interested in me. He was the cashier at a gas station I stopped at, and maybe he's a sucker for nice women.
You're lying, right? But he's a doctor.
Did he say that? Well, that's an obvious lie. Probably just said that to get you to fall in love with him. Telling you he works an amazing job. That was all too easy for him, right? Just like you'd done when you took Caddy's boyfriend from her. Well, good luck, because he's been a really persistent stalker with me.
This is all lies. You're just trying to get me all worked up now because you're a sore loser, right? Him and I have already handed in our marriage paperwork to the city office and everything now. And I was planning on becoming a housewife and already told the company I quit.
Wait, what? Sucks for you. Well, I'm sure you'll know very soon if I'm telling the truth or not.
Wait, if you're actually telling the truth, then I'm actually screwed, right? I've already started talking about having a wedding with him.
Well, it's your fault for thinking you can just steal other people's boyfriends like that. But you both like to stalk other people, so I think you'll be a great couple. Maybe try your best to save up whatever money the two of you can for that expensive wedding. I hope that a person like you gets whatever happiness is left for you after what you've done to people. After that, Olivia was able to distance herself a bit from Selena and had an amazing wedding with her husband. She was then able to leave her job and become a housewife. There she was able to begin the dream she had always been chasing after, never having to look back at the past that Selena had been trying so hard to keep her in. This time, Olivia really did dodge the worst bullet anyone could be hit by, and she did so without even getting a scratch in the end. As for Selena, she was not willing to marry the stalker anymore, as she began to learn very quickly that he was going to be more than just a burden on her shoulders. Before the wedding could even begin, he was saying creepy things to Selena that even for a girl like her, who had very few brain cells, began to really turn her off. So she ended up canceling the wedding with him, However, she wasn't going to get away without paying the cancellation fee and ended up going into extreme debt with all the loans she had to take out. It wasn't just the cost of cancelling the wedding that she had to pay, as the stalker also asked that she pay him back for breaking their engagement promise with one another. If she didn't, he'd make sure she never got to see the end of things between them. So it's going to be a long time before Selena can pay off all the loans she's taken out, and I'm sure that'll keep her anchored in the hell she asked for.
Hey, Caroline, why are you still up? It is too late right now.
What's up? Please tell quickly. I'm occupied at the moment.
Why are you still awake at this hour?
It's none of your business. Why did you interrupt me?
I just wanted to know how you're doing. I know it's been tough since Dad passed away and it happened so suddenly.
Yeah, I'm fine. Can I get back to what I was doing?
Hold on, what are you doing now? Please reply me. After 30 minutes. Caroline, what on earth are you doing right now? I can't believe you're out partying. It hasn't just been a week since our dad's passing.
What? Who told that?
Let's ask your stupid friends about that. They're streaming on social media. Did you join them in drinking as well?
That does not concern you. Can you just leave me alone?
You're hanging out with people who are smoking, drinking alcohol, and God knows what not.
Why do you even care? You can't tell me what I should do. Stop acting like my mother.
Wait, are you really drunk? Unbelievable. You're not old enough to drink alcohol.
You have to impose your boring thoughts on everyone else.
You have to be ashamed of your selfishness. Our father passed away just a week ago, and all you're concerned about is your party and alcohol.
People pass away. It's a part of life. If you want to grieve, find a corner and cry alone. Just don't ruin my party.
After all, he was your father.
I've grieved, but I can't spend all my time crying like you do. I have other priorities in my life, but you wouldn't understand that, would you? So, please, don't bother me. I'm trying to have a good time hosting this party.
Hold on a minute. Are you the one organizing the party? Is that what you use my credit card for?
Ha ha, you're so naive.
How will you repay all this money? You don't even have a job.
Don't fret. I'll reimburse you when I receive the inheritance Dad left for me. Now give back the piece to me, and let me enjoy the party.
I hope you have a good time. It's going to be unforgettable. 3 hours later.
Damn it. Did you cause this?
What are you talking about?
The police?
I hope you enjoy the surprise, little sister. How's the party going?
I can't believe you reported us to the authorities. Did you forget that I'm your little sister?
Do you also remember that our father recently passed away? I simply believed that if a group of underage kids were having a wild party with alcohol, the authorities should be aware of it, so I informed them.
How did you even find our address?
You have to ask your friends who post everything on social media.
I'll definitely tell Mom about this.
Are you attempting to threaten me? It is nonsense.
Just wait and see, you wicked person. I'll make sure you know your place.
Yes, before you do that, don't forget to return my credit card and the money you spent on the party. The next day. What the hell you're doing? You're acting recklessly. Mom, what's going on? How could you endanger your little sister like that? Have you completely lost your senses? Carolyn talked to you, didn't she? Of course, she told me. Otherwise, how would I have found out about these risky actions you're taking? Before calling me an idiot, do you know what Caroline did? What wrong things did she do? She used alcohol and cigarettes, though she's not old enough. Are you certain that's what occurred? Or are you attempting to blame her because you're envious of her? Jealous of Caroline? Why on earth would I be? It's clear, because she's always been more attractive than you and people have consistently preferred her. I'm not that childish. You can't know how miserable she had to suffer after your dad's death. She is so miserable that she's out partying with her friends, right? That's because you can't see beyond your envy. Oh dear, you'll find any excuse to favor your favorite child, won't you? Come on, this is not. It's about you and your sister's reputation. Do you consider what people would think if she had been caught yesterday? You're concerned about what people would think? Even if she got in trouble, it wouldn't be my fault. She'd be facing consequences for her own choices. You do realize the legal drinking age is 21, right? She is not old enough to do so. Don't try to make excuses. You're just a selfish older sister who's envious of her. Jealous? Please. I don't even care about her beauty standards. How can you speak about my daughter like that? I believe that I've done nothing wrong. I know that both you and Caroline hate me. You ungrateful wretch. Leave our house right now. I disown you. Just another reason to kick me out, right? So you and your beloved daughter can live without my interference in your lives. I understand that you never cared about me. You never have. Only Caroline is your daughter. Only Dad was the one who took care of me in this family. Now that he's gone. Don't pretend anymore. I disgust you. Save your tears for crying on the streets. That won't be necessary because I have a job and can find my own place. Whatever. Just leave my house. You have until tomorrow to move out. I hope I don't need to remind you again. Sure, I'll leave. I'll be relieved to go. I'd rather live alone than with two people like you and Caroline. You deserve to be treated like that? After a month. What's the hell going on, Hannah? It seems that you received my notice. Why is this happening? It's hilarious. Your cognitive ability is getting worse with the time. Don't beat around the bush anymore. What's this all about? It's a notice for you and your daughter to move out the house, Mom. Do you think we're foolish enough to leave just because of your notice? No, you'll leave because I own the house now. That's a nice joke, but I'm not falling for it. Did something happen to your head? What makes you think that? Oh, so you do not know yet. Not know of what? Have you ever seen Dad's will, Mom? Dad's private lawyer has just contacted me and talked about the will.
I spoke to the lawyer about it, but didn't go into specifics. Why?
Well, you must not have known that Dad left his entire inheritance to me. What? Repeat? What are you saying? I just mean that you won't receive a single dollar from his inheritance. And also, the house belongs to me. How is that even possible? Why would he leave everything to you? I guess we cannot find out why, and I want everyone out of the house within a week. That is the last favor for you and your little daughter. What? This is very urgent. How do I organize everything? Did you care about where I'd go when you kicked me out of the house and disowned me? So why should I care now? Perhaps you should ask your beloved daughter to get a job. That would help you all find money for a new place. You can't force us to leave the house. We will not do so. I don't care. It's your business. After a week? Why are your and Caroline's belongings still here? I've already informed you to leave within a week, right? I've told you that we're not leaving no matter what. Are you serious? I need to move back in, so please remove your things from the house. I've told you we're staying. You can move back, but we won't leave this house soon. My goodness. Now you're going to make me live with you? Believe whatever you want, but we're not going anywhere. This is our house. Okay, let's do what you want. I will see how this goes. 3 days later. What the hell, Caroline? Did you steal my bag inside my room?
You finally wake up, huh? I did that a couple hours ago when you were deeply asleep.
I don't have time for your silly games. I'm running late for work. I'll talk to you later.
Sorry, but that's not going to happen.
What on earth are you saying?
You are so stupid.
Don't challenge me. Just explain why you've stolen such an expensive bag of mine, my house.
I still can't understand why Dad left all the inheritance to you instead of me. Why do you think he did that?
Don't divert the topic. You must give the bag back to me.
I already told you. That's not going to happen. This bag is mine at least until next week.
Daddy! What? Are you crazy? Stop this madness, Caroline. Otherwise, you have to pay a costly lesson for this. Respond to me. 2 hours later. Do you realize your silly daughter has taken one of my expensive bags?
Oh, yes. So what do you want to mention? You shouldn't be so surprised. I did promise to make your stay comfortable.
This is getting completely out of hand, Mom. I allowed both of you to stay in the house out of kindness, but you've made things a mess. Attempting to take my personal belongings, disrupting my work meetings. You and Caroline truly crossed the line with this. This shouldn't even be your house. I don't know how you got the house in your name, but I'll ensure I reclaim it from you. You can't, Mom. It's explicitly mentioned in Dad's will that all the inheritance belongs to me. I can't believe your father would betray me like this. There must be a reason why Dad did so, but that's not important now. It's about time you end your foolish schemes or I'll have no choice but to evict you and your daughter from the house. All you do is threaten us. I'd like to see you attempt to remove us. Just wait and see. What's that supposed to mean? After a week.
How could you possibly do this to us?
You got what you deserve. I repeatedly warned you to stop bothering me while you were living in my house.
I can't believe you called the police.
I've done nothing wrong here. This is my house, so I have the right to deport you. You should have told me what you do. I want to live in peace with you and Mom under my roof, but you insisted on making me suffer, so be it. How did it feel to be at the police station?
Don't mess with me, silly girl. You must regret doing this.
I don't care about your empty threats. I hope not to see your face at my house anymore. From now on, you have to be responsible for yourself and Mom.
You really thought that you could beat us by kicking us out of the house?
Caroline, what do you want? I have more important things to do than listen to your insults. And I don't want to hear your apology either. It won't change my mind about letting you back into my house.
Oh, please. We don't need you or your house. We can temporarily afford to stay at the hotel before finding a new house. By the way, I have taken your credit card with me. Thank you in advance.
What? Did you take my credit card without permission? That's illegal.
You're careless. Unluckily, you cannot know where I am right now.
I can't believe it. Stealing things from my house? Seriously?
Oh, you're no fun. Let's take it simple. I borrow your money and I'll repay you when I get a job. Normally, older sisters will always help their younger siblings when they are in trouble, right?
I'm not willing to do so. Don't tell me you've used my credit card for shopping, huh? Are you losing your mind? Wait, what have you done to my credit card?
I just borrowed you $200,000 to buy some clothes. I would have bought you a gift, but they don't sell anything for ugly witches like you.
$200,000? Seriously? Did you buy up the entire store or something? Who in their right mind spends $200,000 on clothes?
Just because you don't have a good fashion sense doesn't mean others don't. Please let me enjoy my shopping.
You mean my money? Hey, Caroline, reply me. 5 hours later.
How crazy you are. Is this what you've been scheming all along?
What are you referring to?
Quit pretending. The police arrested Caroline, and I believe you've done something. You must fix this mess.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Why was she arrested?
She was arrested for fighting with the staff at the clothing store. It's because of you.
She fought with a clothing store staff. How can that be my fault? Are you suggesting I forced her to fight with them?
She called and informed me that she was shopping with your credit card. However, you locked it. If you hadn't done that, it wouldn't have led to this situation.
Well, this is on me. It's my own money your daughter is spending recklessly. And now it's my responsibility for her crime?
I don't care. You're the one responsible for all of this, and you'll be the one to help her get out.
Why should I do that?
She's your younger sister, Hannah.
Oh, please. I'm the older one, but that doesn't mean I have to take responsibility for her mistakes. Then, by that logic, you're also my mother. But have you ever taken care of me when I needed it? What were you doing back then? Protecting your beloved daughter when she's in the wrong, just like you're doing now?
I don't want to hear anything. You're the one who needs to help her out. That's all I know.
I can't believe you're still backing her up. She took my credit card first and then fought with other people when she could not pay for her. Clothes! That's nonsense. Do you even know how much money that is? Up to $200,000. You couldn't know how hard I worked to earn it.
Don't waste any more time. Just go and get your sister out of jail.
I have said no. And you should tell her to prepare for some legal consequences. 2 weeks later.
Can you please help us, Hannah?
Once more, aren't you tired of always chasing me around?
It's a serious matter, and I really need your help.
Please, just give me peaceful space, Mom.
If we don't pay enough compensation, Caroline will be sentenced to 6 months. The judge was prepared to address her case as it was her initial felony, but your report about the stolen credit card only worsened our situation. Moreover, we're responsible for the expenses resulting from the harm Caroline caused to the staff.
It's not we, Mom. You're the one responsible for the fine.
Please help us one another time. I have no idea where I get that kind of money. I'm barely covering my rent and other stuffs with my little savings.
I don't really care. Do whatever you want. Just give me some space.
You're my daughter, and I know you have the means. They'll increase her sentence by 3 months if I can't pay the fine. You know how hard it is to live in prison for up to 6 months, even a single day. This is not to mention an additional 3 months if I can't pay would be incredibly tough for her.
Do you really think I'm concerned about that?
Please, I need the money, and I believe I deserve a portion of the inheritance your father left you. After all, I was his wife.
I don't think that's going to happen. Please, just stop bothering me. Later that night. Mom, did you just come into my house?
Oh, you're awake. I thought you were asleep.
Why were you on my porch so late at night? Did you attempt to break in?
No, I just came to have a conversation with you.
Are you serious?
Why do you know?
Mom, I have that camera in my house, so don't try to do any wrongdoing. By the way, what were you coming to my home for?
Your home? This is just silly. How on earth did this happen? Why did he leave his inheritance on you over his wife?
You genuinely have no idea why Dad left everything to me?
You've known the reason all along and never told me?
No, just a short time ago. I was also curious about it, so I investigated the matter. And guess what I discovered?
What?
Don't act as if you didn't know why Dad did so.
I truly don't understand. What are you saying?
That you had an affair with his friend, and Caroline isn't his child. That's why he left the inheritance to his sole daughter, me.
What? He knew?
Oh, so it's true. Wow, you're truly unbelievable. Is this why you always showed favor to Caroline over me?
It was a terrible mistake.
And you kept this secret for over 2 decades.
I'm so sorry. Please help me, Hannah.
If you ever attempt to enter my home again illegally, I'll ensure you end up in a prison cell next. To your daughters, do you understand?
I just want to apologize for all I have done to you. I want my daughter back. Please grant me one final opportunity.
Does Caroline know her birth father?
No, I never disclosed it to her.
Indeed, you didn't. I'll make it easier for you. I'll tell her.
No, please don't. It would break her.
She deserves to know. Regardless of our differences, what's right is right. And by the way, don't try to ask for my help anymore. Caroline needs to take responsibility for what she did to become more mature. Even following that incident, my mother tried to reach out to me multiple times, but we never met in person. As time passed, she stopped troubling me and began to struggle to make ends meet. She couldn't afford to pay Caroline's fine, leading to an additional 3 months added to her sentence. I went to see Caroline in prison and revealed the truth to her. She was profoundly hurt by being kept in the dark for 2 decades. As for me, I invested a significant portion of my inheritance in charity. Hope that members of a family always take care of others and live peacefully together.
Hey, what exactly are you doing? Don't you realize you made me late for class? What will you do if I fail this course? Naomi, don't take your rage out on me. You were the one who slept in. You have any idea how to set an alarm? I woke you up on time, as I always do, but you just continued to sleep. Don't blame me if you don't get up. What? Come on. You're well aware that you can't just wake me up once. You must do it until I get up. Callista, you're to blame. Hey, I was attempting to wake you up for at least 30 minutes, beginning at 6 o'clock. I tried all the way till I had to go for work. But you simply refused to get up. I have a job, and I can't spend my entire morning attempting to rouse you from your slumber. I'm sure you stayed up late last night playing video games. No, that was not the case last night. Last night, there were no games. I was on the phone with someone. I stayed up late talking with my boyfriend. In any case, you stayed up far too late, as you frequently do. So it's your fault. Please don't blame me for your excessive slumber. Now that you're in college, it's time to stand on your own 2 feet. Oh no, not another lecture. Please keep quiet. This is not something I want to hear first thing in the morning. Thank you very much, but I don't need my maid to act as my parent. I'm not your personal maid. I'm your stepmother. When are you going to stop rebelling and contradicting me? It's gotten old. You aren't my mother. Don't pretend to be. You will never be accepted as my mother. You're nothing more than my father's second wife. That's all. I'll never try to befriend you. Never! I was the first one here. Don't think I'm unaware that you're mocking me since I didn't get into Stanford. You feel I'm a joke because I'm able to gain admission to your alma mater. I can sense you passing judgment on me. But take heed. Don't look down on me. You have no standing. I'm not looking down on you. How many times have I said it to you? The process is more essential than the results. That is my opinion. It makes no difference whether you go to Stanford or not. And you have pals that are having fun at school now, right? That is all that is important. Have fun while getting an education. It's simple for you to say. You truly irritate me at times. Enough of this. Please simply ignore me. I'll be out partying with buddies when I finish my classes today. I won't be home for supper because I'll most likely be busy all night. Wait a minute, Naomi. That is something we must discuss. You are aware that you are not of legal drinking age. You're only 20 years old, and it's not your birthday till next month. It's only a short distance away. However, you are not permitted to drink till then. This is something your father and I have agreed on. Is this happening again? Please give me a break. I'm no longer a child, so please let me do what I want. You're no longer a child, but you're not old enough to drink legally, so we won't let you. That's all there is to it. You're still living here, eating our food and not paying rent, so
You'll follow the house rules as long as you're here. And I'm sure your father told you the same thing.
My father, not you, is the one who pays the mortgage and puts food on the table. I rely on him, so I will follow his instructions. That is something I agree on. But I won't rely on you, and I won't take your directions.
Naomi, I get you out of bed every morning. Actually, I'd say you rely on me quite a bit.
Enough of this. This is a non-issue. Because I'm going out to drink tonight, and you're not going to be able to stop me. I don't care about the home rules or your grousing. Maids do not give me commands or lectures. Understand?
Soon after,
Patrick, I apologize for bothering you at work. I understand how hectic your schedule is. Can you speak right now? It's crucial.
I'm just having a late lunch, so I can talk right now. What's going on? Is everything okay? You never contact me at work?
It's all about Naomi. I just can't get through to her. She's sworn she'll go out drinking with her friends. I reiterated our position on the matter, but she refused to listen. The same old tale. Can you discuss it with her? I believe you should for her sake as much as ours.
She is constantly looking for a quarrel with you. Isn't she always breaking the rules? I had a serious conversation with her about this not long ago, but she doesn't appear to have taken any of it seriously.
And I realize it's a little late to ask you this, but it's something I have to do. Mark, dealing with her on these topics is quite difficult for me. I'm sorry to bother you, but could you please handle this from now on?
Sure, but may I inquire why?
Her attitude toward me has deteriorated recently. She's become so disrespectful to me that I'm worried I'll lose my cool with her. She's even begun referring to me as her maid recently. I've had enough of this.
Did she say that to you?
Yes. You know, she and I have never gotten along particularly well, but things are really awful right now. Recently, the relationship has taken a turn for the worse. It's strange, and I'm not sure why, but she has a fascination with Stanford. You do realize she didn't get in there, don't you? Now she's complaining about how she couldn't get in when I went there.
She couldn't get in and she's still blaming you. That is unacceptable.
I know she worked really hard to get in, and she was willing to wait a year if necessary. Her grades were fantastic, and her teachers provided glowing recommendations. She simply did poorly on the interview essays. I'm sure that occurs to everyone. She still doesn't seem to be able to forgive herself. That's not good.
But it's inappropriate for her to vent on you. That's also not acceptable. And you're her maid? That's simply not right. She must apologize for this. Is she even aware of how much you do for her and us on a daily basis?
I genuinely have an idea. However, you may not like it. What if I go away for a while?
What exactly do you mean by go away? Are you going to abandon me? Do you want to get a divorce? Have things between you and Naomi been that bad?
No, that is not the case. Don't be alarmed. It has nothing to do with divorce. I'm talking about merely going away for a little bit. I recently received an offer to begin a new position with my firm in another city, and I'm considering it seriously.
What kind of position are you looking for? Is this a raise? Where are they going to send you?
They asked if I could accompany them to Chicago, and it's a long-term mission, likely lasting 2 years. 2 years is a long time, but it's a fantastic chance, so I'd like to pursue it and see where it takes me. Furthermore, it could be a nice method for me to put some distance between Naomi and myself. The timing appears to be favorable. What is your opinion?
Yeah, I understand your point. It could be a good idea to try to calm things down a little. If we continue on as we have, both of you will get increasingly stressed by the situation. I'll be lonely, but I'll get by. I may have new opportunities as well.
Yeah, I believe that placing some distance between us will help. Much more than simply discussing it. She'll undoubtedly notice I'm fleeing, but there's nothing I can do about it. However, I believe that it is the best solution to the current issue.
I know you're not going anywhere. Don't be concerned about it. You have a fantastic chance, so go to Chicago and make us proud. I'll take care of the house and Naomi. While you're away, I'll take care of everything.
Really? What do you do for me?
Without a doubt. Remember how we're a team. Naomi's recent behavior has also troubled me. I'm not liking what I'm hearing from you, nor do I like what I'm hearing from her. I'm going to chat to her about a couple things, father to daughter. Hopefully, by the time you return, this house will be more comfortable for you to live in.
That would be fantastic. Thanks. I'm excited to hear how things progress.
That reminds me of something. You deserve a break from everything. Why not take a small solo excursion before you depart next month? Spend a few days at the beach or at a resort. Isn't it good to get away? You can replenish your batteries and return to your new job rejuvenated and prepared. What do you think about that?
That's an excellent idea. That's something I'd like to do. But, Naomi's 21st birthday is right around that time. We must all assist her in celebrating that night, possibly until late.
I'm sure she'll be drinking with friends that night. We can have a family celebration whenever we choose. It is not required that it be on her actual birthday. You should proceed with your journey. Don't stress over Naomi's birthday. I'll take care of everything else.
Then I'm going to follow your advice and go on my little excursion. Thank you, my dear. We'll see you soon. Love you.
Naomi's 21st birthday.
Naomi, happy 21st birthday. I wish you a wonderful day. Have you already gathered all of your mates and begun drinking?
Yes, it's wonderful to see everyone. I'm having a fantastic time. And as of today, I am legally permitted to drink. So that is exactly what I intend to do in massive amounts.
That's fantastic. Have a nice time. You're an adult in every aspect now, and you can do whatever you want. However, it also implies that you must accept personal responsibility for yourself and your actions. So keep that in mind, okay? Responsibility comes with freedom.
Yes. I'm aware of everything. You have to lecture me all the time, don't you? But this means you're no longer going to treat me like a child, right?
That's most likely correct. I suppose we all need to adjust.
That's okay. In that case, I have something to say right now that I finally have the opportunity. Please leave our house and do not return.
What? What exactly did you say?
Yes, it is correct. I'm no longer a kid and I don't need your lectures. So kindly simply take your belongings and leave my house. As soon as possible, please. You're no longer needed or accepted here.
What are you doing? What are you thinking? What is this all about now? What happened to you?
There is nothing unexpected about it. I've wanted you to leave for a long time. And I promised myself a long time ago that if you were still alive on my 21st birthday, I'd finally put an end to this.
And then what?
You never really understood your place, did you? You aren't his first wife, and you aren't my mother. And your acts have completely irritated me. Now leave and never return!
Wow! Do you evil simply vanish because you order me to?
Hey, I'm an adult, and that's how things are going to be. As a result, you can see this as a serious demand made by an adult. It is not a child's joke. As a result, you should take it seriously rather than mocking or dismissing it. Get it?
Naomi, how could you possibly? This is nasty and selfish even for you. What do you think your father would think of this?
This is the day I've been looking forward to. It's the day I become an adult and take control of my life. We no longer require your maid services. You are fired.
Have your way with it. Goodbye.
I never, ever want to see your face again.
You can now live on your own. See how that goes. Because both your father and I are departing.
What? You're simply lying now.
Absolutely not. It just so happens that your father and I had travel plans for today. That's great timing. He and I may simply vanish, as you requested.
A trip? What kind of travel are you planning? He never mentioned a vacation to me.
We'll be in Chicago. I already have a place to stay there, so your father can remain with me there until we can find a place to live together. He's right here away now, nodding his head in accord. I swear I'm not lying.
What exactly are you talking about? I don't trust any of it. And what exactly do you mean when you say you're both going to vanish? That's not possible. All I want is for you to vanish, not for my father.
Patrick texted Naomi on Callista's phone.
No, we're leaving together. I can't take it any longer. Callista should not have to do the same.
What? Dad? Is it you?
This is the final straw, Naomi. It's time I cut you off for good. From now on, you should consider yourself fatherless. I'm finished with you.
What? What exactly do you mean? I assumed you and I were fine. Dad, hold on. Where is all this coming from? I don't get it. What do you mean you're interrupting me? What is your reason for leaving? What are you attempting to accomplish here?
That is the question I should be asking.
What are you thinking, telling Callista she's no longer welcome in our home? She's my wife. I understand that parents remarrying can be difficult for children, and we've always done our best for you, Naomi. Callista, on the other hand, is a beautiful wife who has worked hard to take care of you as well. Despite this, you continue to treat her like a spoiled brat, no matter how old you are. You need to brush up on your manners and show respect for your elders. To put it frankly, I'm sick of your shenanigans, and she is too. As a result, we're leaving.
What? Why? I don't get it.
You must have heard me. Today is your 21st birthday, and you consider yourself an adult, correct? Fine. You can then take care of yourself as an adult. Your new life has begun. You now have no parents. What does that make you feel? And you can finally live your life as an adult, just like you've always wanted to. Best wishes?
What exactly do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean.
That house is being sold. You have 1 month to find new housing. You better hurry up.
Dad, hold on a second. How are you able to accomplish this? This cannot be true. Selling the house and moving out? What are you going to do?
Oh, sure. Callista is my choice. She acquired a new job and will be transferred for a couple of years. She's already organized and has a place to stay. It'll actually work out quite well.
Is that where you're going to live? Chicago?
Yes. When Callista leaves, it'll just be you and me here. I requested and received permission to work from home, believing that I would be able to remain at home and that it would assist to enhance your attitude. Regrettably, this has not occurred. So, in any case, starting next month, I'll be working from home due to you. I've just chosen to sell the house and go to Chicago with Callista. I have the freedom to work from any place now, so that's what I'm going to do. And you've given me a cause to do it.
You can't possibly be serious. Please think about it, Dad. You're going to abandon me, your loving daughter, and go with her?
Loving daughter? Naomi, I don't see much love coming from you. You have not lived up to your moniker in the least. All I see from you is rash rage and vicious remarks directed towards my wife. I have seen you changing for years.
What? I had no idea you felt that way.
Yes, it is correct. Don't think I've been ignoring you. You were mistaken if you assumed I wasn't paying attention or didn't care. Callista has endured every insult you've hurled her way and hasn't given up. Furthermore, she has never complained to me or mouthed you about it all. Despite this, you refuse to show her any respect. You even treat her as though she's your maid. That is something I will not tolerate as her husband. I've had enough of standing on the sidelines.
Wait a second, Dad. Please allow me to clarify.
I accompanied Callista to the airport after dropping you off at your birthday celebration and escorted her to her aircraft to Chicago. Now I'm going to go home, pack my own luggage, and follow her. I just made a decision. I've already taken some time off from work, so I'll be on the aircraft as well. Anyway, it's time for a fresh start.
No. Don't leave, Dad. This can't be right. I don't think so. Are you really abandoning me? This is not fair.
Didn't you tell Callista to leave? You instructed her to leave. Aren't you receiving what you asked for? She's no longer with us as of today.
But this isn't at all what I asked for. No way. I just wanted Callista to leave. Not you either, Dad. And you said you're home. That was not something I asked for.
But, Naomi, your words and actions welcomed all of this. Do you see it yet? I believe it is time for you to pause.
Please wait. I'll make a change. What should I do once you board the plane? How will I survive? Who is going to pick me up after my birthday party? Dad, you're supposed to pick me up. We just discussed it a few hours ago.
You'll have to come up with something on your own. I'm sorry, but I won't be able to attend.
Huh, that's not feasible, you know. I don't have any cash with me for a taxi, and they don't accept credit cards. So, what should I do?
Figure it out on your own. You are, as you stated, an adult now. I'm sure you'll come up with something.
Oh, please.
I'll send you the remainder of your tuition money all at once. After that, it's up to you. Naomi, be the mature young lady you are and do what needs to be done.
Please wait a moment, Dad. Please.
Goodbye and best wishes. And congrats on being a full-fledged legal adult. I know you'll be a good one someday after you learn a few more lessons.
The next day.
Are you actually planning to sell this house? The movers were already on the job today. It appears that they have taken everything but my belongings.
Yes, I believe it is taking place. My apartment in Chicago is quite large. Your father and I believe we will be able to live nicely there together.
Tell me where it is. I wish I could be with you two. Please send me the address.
No, I don't think so. How will you finish college if you relocate all the way here?
I can attend lessons online. That's so simple these days. Please allow me to live with you two.
No, sorry.
So, where's Shiv? Don't you feel terrible for me getting thrown out like this?
No way. And if you've got time to complain like this, you've got time to find a new place to live. Get moving so you don't wind up on the street.
Where am I supposed to look? I have no idea where to start looking.
Go online and start looking.
Online? Where do I look on the internet? I have no idea where to go for websites.
Sure, there are a lot of them. You need to narrow them down. Begin by searching for properties online, then narrow down.
But how do I choose between them?
You do this by considering pricing, location, facilities, and so forth. It is determined by your unique demands and desires.
But I'm not sure what I require. I also have no idea how much rent should be. I have no idea about amenities, layouts, or anything else. If you're going to abandon me like this, at least stick with me until I get things sorted out.
Naomi, believe me, this will be a fantastic learning experience for you. Keep going, youngster.
No, you're not just going to abandon me like this. I'm not going to believe it. You must at the very least assist me in finding a suitable apartment. You have no choice.
Naomi, you're an adult now. You stated it yourself. Remember how you no longer require the services of a maid? I'm confident you'll be able to handle everything on your own. Best of luck.
2 weeks later.
Callista, you must assist me. I need assistance or I'll end up on the street. The landlord of the flat I desire says I have to pay 2 months' rent, plus a cleaning deposit up ahead.
Then pay him, you dummy. Your father has already paid for your tuition and living expenses. So what's the issue? You should, by the way, express your gratitude to him.
He didn't give me nearly enough. I've been staying with friends here and there, and I've been repaying them by taking them out to eat and purchasing groceries for them. I also had problems getting to class on time at times, so I've had to utilize cabs to avoid being late. I already have nothing left. If I don't obtain some assistance, I might have to delve into my tuition savings.
What? How did all of this come about?
Callista, pay attention. I sincerely apologize for all that has occurred previously. Please accept my apologies. My stay at a friend's house has definitely opened my eyes. Callista, I get it now. I noticed how hard you worked at home every day. I'll never treat you like one of my buddies again. I guarantee it. Please accept my apologies. I mean, as my father's wife, you're like my mother, right? Please, as a mother, do not abandon me in this manner.
Naomi, your father I divorced. What? What? Yes. So I'm no longer your father's wife. And I'm no longer your mother. Or, of course, your maid.
That cannot be correct. Have you and your father divorced?
Yes, on paper. But we're still together.
So, what's the point of all of this?
Your father came up with the idea. He didn't want you to cause me any more problems, so he proposed we split formally. That way, you and I have no relationship, and I won't be drawn into any of your difficulties. So, when and if you marry and have someone to look after you, your father and I will remarry.
That's insane.
But, Naomi, I doubt anyone wants to marry you right now. So there's no telling when your father and I will be able to remarry.
You're absolutely correct. I don't believe anyone would want to marry me. That is why we must return to the previous state.
No way. That's not going to happen. So, Naomi, take care. Remember, you have the option of spending all of your tuition money, but that is your duty. Consider it carefully because you are the only one on whom you can rely right now.
Following that, I learned that Naomi used her tuition money to pay the deposit for the apartment, and she was eventually moved in. She was obliged to start working as a waitress while still studying, and she rapidly found herself missing classes and arriving late to work. She appears to have already spent a large portion of her tuition money on other activities, putting her college degree in peril. When Patrick found out about all of this, he simply stated that it was all Naomi's responsibility, and that he would no longer be assisting her. We'll be returning here after my mission in Chicago is over, but we'll keep it secret. Will we get to meet Naomi after she graduates from college and finds a nice job?
Hey, sweetheart. It's 10 o'clock. Why aren't you at home?
Hi, how's the baby doing? I'll have some work to wrap up in a few hours.
I couldn't see the doctor this morning either. Luckily, the baby is doing well now. He's sleeping.
You should take some rest, too. You must be exhausted.
So, will you be back home soon?
I'm not sure. I'm simply swamped with work. You know, the Christmas is coming, so the orders are increasing. Moreover, we also need money, considering the new expenses we'll have with the baby.
Don't put the financial matters too heavy on you, Terry. I'll return to work once my maternity leave is over.
I understand that, but this is a critical point in my career.
I just want you to spend some quality time with me and our baby.
You've become quite sensitive. Can't you see I'm doing this for us? For you and our child, so both of you can enjoy a comfortable life.
Honey, I don't want to fight with you.
Sure.
The next day. Hey, Terry!
I'm here. What's wrong?
I didn't see you this morning, but I found your clothes in the laundry. Did you get home?
Yes. I have to come to work early at the office.
Will you be back home early tonight?
I don't think so.
When will we have some quality time together with me and the baby?
When this campaign passes, I'll have more time and will be more relaxed.
I'm sure you can come home 1 hour earlier to be with me and our child.
You're making things really hard, and I don't know why you want me to be home.
Did you seriously ask me that? What's the husband for then?
You tell me.
Our son needs to have an interaction with his dad. Okay? I don't want to argue. I just want you to spend time with us.
And you will soon. Once this campaign is done, I promise.
Okay. The next morning. Hey, Lucy. Where are you now?
I'm on the way to the supermarket. What's wrong, huh?
If you have some free time, can we meet for a while?
Of course. I'll pick you up at your house, okay?
Okay. Please call me when you get there.
See you soon. Is something wrong? You look very pale. Tell me anything, because I'm your sister, Mary.
Thank you, Lucy.
Now stop deflecting and answer me. Is something wrong?
I'm not sure if something's up, but it's about Terry.
Terry, your husband? What's going on?
I don't want to exaggerate things, but I think something's not right.
What do you mean?
He's acting distant, getting home late and leaving early. I hardly see him.
You think he might be, cheating?
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
I think he's definitely not cheating on you. Remember when, in high school, how hard it was for Terry to fight for you over Zach? Yeah, I remember. I liked Zach, but I respected your choice, Terry.
Exactly.
So why would he go through all that effort back then to cheat on you now, after all these years?
You're right. I guess I'm just making things up.
I can understand. Maybe he's just stressed at work and needs time to balance between work and family. And he might also be anxious about becoming a father.
Yeah, that could be it. Thank you for always standing by me.
You're welcome.
The next week?
Don't worry. Your baby is in very safe hands. I'll take good care of him.
I know you will. If I didn't trust you, I wouldn't have asked you to look after him tonight.
By the way, where are you going?
I'm going to Terry's office.
Be confident, Mary. You're a beautiful and strong woman.
Let's not make it too dramatic.
Did you check yourself in the mirror? You look beautiful. Absolutely stunning.
I'll text you later when I arrive at the office.
Okay, now off you go. Love you.
Love you too. Later that night.
Hey, Mary, did you get home? I didn't think I could meet you again.
I've got home, Zach. It's surprising, isn't it? By the way, why you were there.
My company is located in that biding. And what about you?
I was just waiting for Terry. Do you know anyone that works there?
Yeah, I have been working here for many years.
Wait, what? You were working at Meg?
Yeah, I am.
Wow, that's amazing. The Earth is really small.
That's right.
It feels like just a short while ago we were in the same high school.
Right. Time flies so fast.
How is your wife?
Well, I'm still single. It's strange, isn't it?
What? So you stayed single all this time?
You make it sound like it's a bad thing.
Oh no, I'm not judging you at all. I'm just surprised.
I know you're not. After graduation from university, I focused on my career and started my own business. I didn't have time for dating or marriage.
So, you are planning to get married, right?
Yeah, I think I am.
That's nice. I hope you meet someone special soon.
I hope so too.
At the weekend.
What's wrong with you, Mary?
Not at all. Why do you ask me like that?
Lately, you've been avoiding my hugs, and you turned down intimacy.
It's not about you. I'm just tired after giving birth.
It's been a month already.
It takes time for me to recover, Terry. Please be patient.
Okay, I understand.
By the way, I'll return to work. Lucy told me to work at her company.
That's great. I thought you might be feeling lonely.
Yes, exactly.
It would be nice for you to change your working environment.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't like that you're home alone all day.
I know. It's because of your heavy workload recently.
You're the best for understanding. I'll pick you up and take you to Lucy's company tomorrow.
Can you fit it into your busy schedule?
Of course, I'll always make time for my wife.
A month later. Hi there.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great. And you?
I'm good. Why are you looking for me?
Oh, I know it's sudden, but Terry and I are having a party celebrating our new baby. We want to invite you and the team to dinner. It's already started.
I see. It's short notice.
Yeah, I asked my sister to send you the invitation, but she somehow forgot it. I'm really sorry.
It's okay, Mary. It must have been hard to organize things. That's why your husband and secretary often go together these days, right?
Oh yes, this is why.
Got it. We'll be there, though I may only stay for a short time. Congratulations on your new son.
Later that night.
Mary, where are you? Why didn't you answer my phone?
I'm afraid I won't be able to keep calm when talking to you now. You think you deserve?
I want you to know she doesn't mean anything to me. We've come a long way, so let's not ruin everything over one mistake. Please, trust me, my dear.
I knew the truth about how much she means to you.
What do you mean by that?
I'm not naive, Terry. I know you've been with her since I was pregnant.
That's not true, Mary. Please listen to me at least once.
I did listen to you. Listen to the sweet words between two people in your office. It's hard to believe you were the man with whom I fell in love.
What happened to you?
Don't tell me your excuses. I already know you slept with your secretary for a short time. I was trying to sympathize with your busyness. I was trying to surprise my husband, but I ended up being the one surprised.
Whose fault is that?
You mean it was my fault? How could you say that?
You didn't want to be intimate with me.
I didn't refuse you. I had just given birth, so I need time to recover.
You were taking too long to recover. I'm a man, and I have needs, you know?
So that's why you cheated on me? What a silly reason.
You've known all along, right? It was you who sent the pictures of me and my secretary to my office. Can you imagine how crazy it would have been if someone at the office had known?
Anyway, everyone at work knows after tonight, right?
It's all because of you. My team coincidentally showed up just as Jade and I were beginning. You're quite the actress, creating a big surprise show and crying when you run out. But I want to warn you that if anyone finds out what happened, I will take you to court and try to get custody of our child. Do you understand? I know you love our son a lot, so be careful.
Don't think that you can control me. And you will lose your job soon, so get ready to face more trouble.
What does that mean?
It means you'll find out soon enough. And remember, never threaten Ben. I'd do anything to protect him. A few days later...
Do you really want to go to court for this?
My lawyer has been talking to me.
Oh, they have. I might have lost my job, but I won't lose my son.
If I were you, I would step back and try to save my reputation.
That's not going to happen, so be prepared to do your best.
On that day...
I heard about your story. Terry wants to have full custody of your son, huh?
Yes, he does.
I'm supporting you. I know this whole process has been really tough.
He really has. I hope everything goes well in court because we've done all the preparation.
You're a strong and lovely woman, and nothing can stand in your way.
Thanks, Zach. Your encouragement makes me more confident.
Anytime, Mary. If you need any assistance, call me. Would you like to get a drink after all of this is over?
I'd like that.
I'll be waiting for you outside the courtroom tomorrow.
Okay, see you there. The next day...
Mary, are you there?
Yes. What's wrong?
I think you feel sad for everything that's happened.
Stop acting as if you know me well. You didn't pay any attention to me and our son.
Mary, please try to understand from my point of view.
We're past the point of understanding.
Why don't you believe me when I say I didn't have any feelings for my secretary?
I know, but that's not important now. We're not together anymore, and I have full custody of our son. You're free from our marriage. You can now start a new chapter in your life without my interference.
Oh, no. What's the point of having freedom when my reputation has been spoiled? How come I didn't know there were hidden cameras in the room?
If it weren't for that, why would I know that you and that secretary did such disgusting things?
Remember the good moments. We had those, and we can have them again, Mary.
You must still be mistaken, Terry. I'm not getting back together with you ever again.
Don't say that. Please think of our child, Ben. He needs both parents by his side.
He'll be okay when living with me. Don't worry about that. Not you're on your own. Good luck finding a new job. One more thing. Since I got the house, I want your belongings moved out before I return.
Let's have a conversation, please.
5 years later, my son is now 5 years old. He's a very happy and adorable child, and he brings me a lot of joy. My post-divorce life became less difficult thanks to my boy. I haven't heard from Terry for years. I'm happy that I could keep my son away from his father. But, sadly, he won't know her real dad. The secretary was also fired to protect the company's reputation since then. When Lucy found out what happened, she was really upset. However, she and Zach were always beside me and cared for me. Zach and I officially started dating 3 years ago, and it was my best decision ever. He's been so kind to my son, treating him like his own. The good news is that he proposed to me last month, and we plan to get married next month.
My house is overrun with pests. I have 2 burdensome freeloaders cohabitating with me. What a pity! Wouldn't you agree, Flora?
2 freeloaders? Are you referring to me and Tony?
Who else am I referring to? Thanks to my son, you're enjoying the privilege of living here without paying rent and eating for free. You're essentially taking advantage of the situation without contributing anything in return. How lucky for you! I'm currently enjoying a cup of coffee with some friends, and our conversation has shifted towards discussing our respective in-laws. They helped me realize how fortunate you are.
I have to disagree. I go to work and then get labeled as a freeloader by my mother-in-law. Please don't call me that, by the way. It isn't right.
Oh my! Aren't you a feisty one? You are the one who forcefully entered my house, carrying that unsightly child of yours. After the birth of that child, all you do is remain at home, entertaining yourself with it, neglecting any substantial responsibilities. What would you call that sort of lifestyle? You're just taking advantage of me. Do you think you're a queen bee and I'm just a worker?
Play? I look after my child while also working at home. And I also do the housework.
Work? I don't know what sort of lie you're trying to spin there. All you do is play around using my son's money. What an audacious little thing you are to try and claim otherwise.
If you would only look after Tony, then I would be able to work more.
I hope you're joking, but that's not even funny. What a bad sense of humor you have.
What? But it's true.
You want me to look after that ugly spawn of yours? It is seriously the ugliest baby I've ever seen. I honestly doubt that that thing is even Harry's child. You were probably knocked up by some other guy that you met on the wrong side of town. Just the thought of that makes me sick.
Why do you have to say things like that? You're being so rude. What did I ever do to you? And believe me, if Harry wasn't the father, I wouldn't be here. And if I wasn't here, then you two would be in a very tight spot.
Tight spot? Just because you're not here? My! Don't you think highly of yourself? I never wanted you to be here in the first place. Same with that spawn of yours too.
You need to stop wallowing in denial and just accept that this is how things are. Tony is your grandchild. But you shouldn't be harping on us. You need to talk to Harry as well. He's the one that needs to change.
Excuse me? I know you're not going to start criticizing my precious Harry now. Who's being rude?
He's already a full-grown adult. He's 30. I don't think it's appropriate to call him your precious anymore.
He's my son. I can call him whatever I want. You stay out of it. You didn't give birth to a boy, so you can't understand. A boy is the best thing that you can have. They are precious, and they will always be your child.
Only to you. As far as everyone else is concerned, he is an able-bodied citizen. At the very least, he needs to learn how to take care of himself. Right now, he can hardly even dress himself.
So what? His workplace doesn't have a dress code. He can wear whatever he wants. If his workplace doesn't say anything, then who are you to give your opinion?
That's what you think.
Is that your attitude? Harry and I took you in, and this is how you treat us? Karma is going to come back and get you. Mark my words. You'll get what you deserve. Don't come crying to me when something bad happens to you.
I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, this conversation is going nowhere. We should just stop. It's time for Tony's bath anyway.
Is this Flora?
Yes, it is. And who is this?
My name is Ina.
Sorry, but I don't know any Ina.
I'm so sorry.
What? Why are you apologizing?
I've been dating Harry. I'm so sorry.
You've been dating my husband? You're joking.
It's true. But I swear I didn't know that he had a wife and child. I would never have dated him if I knew.
Really now? Then, what do you want with me? Are you going to tell me to break up with him?
Of course I am. But that's not why I contacted you. I just wanted to apologize.
Well, that's not fair.
What do you mean by fair?
So you're just apologizing because you feel guilty about what you did. Did you think that would absolve you of everything?
I really am sorry. I never wanted to cheat. My father. He cheated on my mother multiple times when I was a child. I saw how my mother suffered. That's why when I found out that Harry was married, I just couldn't stay silent. I also want to warn you. Harry has been seeing other women as well. I'm not the only one.
What? Other women?
Yes. I was shocked too. I'm not his only girlfriend. I know this might be hard to hear, but I had to tell you.
Are you telling the truth? How do I know you're not just lying to me to scare me off so that you can be with him?
That's not what I'm trying to do. I have proof. That man is a pig. Even though you're his wife, it honestly feels like he's been cheating on me as well. And he's been cheating on both of us with others. I know that it really isn't my place to tell you all this, but I just couldn't let it keep happening.
Thank you for letting me know, I guess. I spent all day taking care of my child, so I don't have time to get out of the house. I didn't even suspect that he was cheating on me.
I really am so sorry. I have always been aware of how much pain my father caused me and my mother. I never wanted to be a part of what he did to us. But somehow, I grew up to be involved in something just like it. I feel like I'm just as bad as he was. I can't express how truly and deeply sorry I really am.
You said that your name is Ina?
Yes, that's right.
Thank you for telling me the truth. For what it's worth, I do believe that your apology is genuine.
Thank you so much. Please let me extend my apologies to your child as well. I never wanted to hurt her, and I never wanted any child to go through what I went through.
If you have any photographic evidence, may I have it? I will forgive you if you give those pictures to me.
Yes, of course. I'll give them all to you.
Thank you for cooperating with me. I forgive you, so please stop torturing yourself over this. You seem like a good girl, and I know that you can find a much better man than a horrible pig like my husband. Free yourself from that relationship, and I hope that you can find a proper man. I wish you all the best.
Thank you for saying that. Again. I'm really sorry.
I'm done having leeches like you in my house and taking up my space. Hurry up and pack your things. Get out right now!
What? Are you serious right now?
I don't need you or your spawn in my life. All I need is my son. We are fine without you. I've already filed for divorce, so you need to get out. Don't forget to take your spawn with you. Your leeching days are over.
Leeching? Your son is the only one who is leeching off of people.
I am not interested in any more of your slander against my son. Just get out!
And what do you mean you filed for divorce? How could you possibly have done that?
I found a divorce petition earlier today, already signed. I just took the liberty of dropping it off for you.
Ah. You stole my thunder. I was looking forward to the day when I can file for divorce. Harry and I signed those papers way back along with our marriage certificate. We only got married because I got pregnant. I wanted to make sure that I had an escape route if things didn't work out, so as part of our prenup I had him sign divorce papers as well. That was the only way I was going to marry him.
Why on earth would you have wanted to do that? Why would you even want to divorce my beautiful son?
Why? That's such an easy answer. It's because he's a good-for-nothing leech. If he wanted to divorce me, he wouldn't be able to live the cushiony life that he has now. He tried his best to tie me down.
What are you even talking about? He supports you and your little brat.
You do know that he still hasn't given up on his music, right?
That's just a hobby. So he plays a bit of music when he has some free time. What about it? That doesn't make him a bad person, and it's not a reason why you should call him a leech.
Oh, but you are so sadly mistaken. He is still hoping to make it big and live off of his music.
What? Live off of his music? What about his job? He leaves the house every day to go to work, doesn't he?
He doesn't. When he goes out every morning, he isn't going to work at some office. He's actually going to band rehearsals. You've seen his rocker outfits, right? No job would ever allow him to dress like that. So did she really think that he was going to some office dressed like that?
Why not? Companies these days aren't as stiff as they used to be. People can wear whatever they want. But you're saying that he isn't working. That can't be true.
Maybe you'll believe me when I tell you how much he makes. He only brings home about $200 a month. And that would be considered a good month.
What? Only $200 a month?
Why, yes. He does live gigs on Friday nights. The rest of the week is spent rehearsing. Oh, and recently he started his own YouTube channel. After paying studio rental fees and other things, he's only left with $200.
It might be a small amount, but he is still getting paid. You need to apologize for calling him a leech.
That's it? That's what you chose to focus on? Don't you have anything else to say about him? About the way he is living?
Do you need to know what the definition of a leech is? A leech is a person that doesn't even contribute a single penny to the household. And they rely on others to live. But that isn't my son. He's contributing something. So he isn't a leech. Harry is out there working hard and trying to make his dream come true. That's admirable. He's even able to bring money home while doing it.
He might be bringing that money inside the house, but it's definitely not going towards anything for the family.
What is he doing with it then?
He uses that money to pay for cigarettes instead. He said that he has to look like a rocker and act like a rocker. He claims the rockers have to smoke and that they can't vape because that isn't the rock life. The price of cigarettes has gone up every year. I'm sure you're aware of his smoking habits. He smokes a pack a day and he doesn't care where he does it. Even when Tony is in the same room as him, he still lights up.
I thought he only did that because this job causes him stress. But a lot of people smoke.
Nope. He only does it to look and act cool. He basically smokes the little money that he makes away. He's really good for nothing. But it really doesn't matter anymore because I don't have to deal with him from now on. He's not my problem anymore. I was only holding everything in for the sake of our daughter. But thanks to you, I don't have to do that anymore either.
Now wait a minute.
Thank you so much, Naomi. You saved me. You talked a lot of smack about me, but at the very end you did me a huge favor. Thank you. You saved me from going through all the trouble myself. You're going to be taking over the bill payments, right? Someone will need to pay the electric bill, the taxes, the phone bill, and buy all the food. Oh, and the rent, of course. You're going to be doing that from now on, right?
You were the one who has been paying all that?
Yes. Who else? Your son definitely doesn't make enough money to pay any of those. He doesn't have any money at all. I'm actually quite a successful writer. All I need to do is write articles during my free time and I can make $1,000 a week.
$1,000 a week?
Actually, I was in a pickle. I already achieved financial independence and my love for Harry had burned out a long time ago. I was going to file for divorce soon. I went to the shelf where I had put the divorce papers but was shocked when I couldn't find them there. I thought I must have misplaced the envelope somewhere. Where did you find them?
They were underneath my mattress. I was changing my sheets and they just fell out like a little gift from God.
Oh, I see. Harry didn't want me to get a divorce, so he must have hidden them in your room. So not only did you find the papers for me, but you handed them over to the courthouse as well. Thank you very much for doing that. Now I will finally be able to be free.
Wait! Just wait a second! Do you really intend on throwing my son away like that?
Yes. In a heartbeat. It might take a while for the divorce to be granted, but I don't see the reason why I should stay here any longer. My job here is done. Enjoy your life with your precious son. By the way, Harry has a gig this weekend, so he won't be back until tomorrow afternoon. In the meantime, I'll be gathering my things and getting out of here by tonight.
No! You can't do that! Just listen to me for a second, Flora. I'm sorry for saying all those horrible things to you. I had no idea what was going on. So could you please forgive me?
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to forgive you.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to forgive you. What? But I asked really nicely. I'm your mother-in-law and I'm asking for forgiveness. How can you be so cold?
Because it's too late. And by the way, I am going to be coming at him hard in the divorce proceedings. Expect the alimony to be substantial. Like $50,000 substantial. We're thinking of getting it up front as well. With his lifestyle, there's no guarantee that he'll be able to pay monthly.
$50,000? Are you crazy?
You called me a leech all the while Harry was cheating on me with several women. I had to suffer from that. And on top of that, I was paying for everything. I was carrying a very heavy burden. My lawyer said that I can ask for pain and suffering compensation.
Lawyer? You talked to a lawyer already?
Of course. I couldn't find the divorce paper, so I had to contact a lawyer to help draw another one up. But again, thanks to you, you found the papers. I don't have to pay the lawyer for document fees. You saved me again.
Oh my goodness! What have I done? Harry is going to be so mad when he finds out that I was the one that handed in the papers. I hate it when he gets mad. I can't get through to him once he has flown off the handle. You know how he gets when he's angry.
Oh, I definitely know. There's no stopping him when he gets angry. He just needs to burn himself out. I have been on the receiving end of his anger while you just go hide in your room. But the only way to calm him down a bit is with money.
Money? That's how you got him to stop his rampage?
Yes. There's no other way that would work.
How much does it cost?
Do you have any idea how much it cost for him to do his gigs? He needs to pay for transportation as well as clothes. It costs quite a bit, so my best advice for you is to not get him angry.
But I don't have any money. I don't have an income. I just live off of my pension.
Oh, and I haven't even thought about child support yet. I deserve that as well. Actually, Tony deserves that. And it's not like he's any kind of good influence, so I think she'll be much better off with the money than with him around.
How can you even say about that? You're so cold. You're evil. Don't you have any empathy at all?
Don't talk to me about empathy. You have been exploiting me ever since I got together with Harry. You haven't even shown me an inch of kindness since the beginning. This is karma coming back to get you. You reap what you sow.
In the end, Naomi achieved her desired outcome. She was able to live independently with her son. She quickly discovered that Harry was spending a significantly larger amount of money than she could have ever anticipated. Naomi had no other option but to end her retirement and take up a part-time position at a fast food establishment in order to contribute towards their expenses. She had envisioned a peaceful life after retiring, but her son's actions shattered that dream completely. She inadvertently contributed to the situation by indulging Harry excessively, leading to the current circumstances. She will bear the consequences of that mistake for the remainder of her existence. As for myself, witnessing the effects of excessive parental indulgence, I aspire to strike a harmonious balance between affection and firm guidance when raising my own daughter.